Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Crown Jewel Predict the Outcome on a special Saturday early morning edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presented to Predict the Outcome special. As you see right here, John Cena. This is his last match against one of his greatest rivals, AJ Styles. John Cena versus AJ Styles. We'll see that match coming up. We matches predictions and previews coming up. But the main event is truly going to be a main event as the two world champions for their respective shows and brands. Seth Rollins representing Raw as the World Heavyweight Champion. Cody Rhodes represents SmackDown as the WWE Undisputed Champion. These two champions have bragging rights and brand supremacy. Which champion is the superior champion? We'll talk about it as the Crown Jewel Predict the Outcome special starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. This Predict the Outcome special on this special Saturday morning edition, early Saturday morning, before during dawn. I'm your host, as always, Kid Geeks here. Glad you can join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. We'll get to Crown Jewel, as it is the Crown Jewel Predict the Outcome special. And thank you all for watching this special indeed. So let's not waste no time whatsoever. You see some of the faces, the important faces like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, and a host of others. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started with this. Let's talk about Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley on the screen right here before us, please. You can. Please. All right. There you go. Rhea Ripley will be teaming up with Io Sky. Both women respect each other. Both women have fought each other. Who can forget that unbelievable match they had with Bianca Belair at WrestleMania? Well, Rhea and Io are going to team up against Asuka and Kairi Sane, better known as the Kabuki Warriors. The Kabuki Warriors really causing chaos, especially with Asuka. Asuka causing tension. Asuka feels like Io is not where her head should be. Well, because Asuka doesn't like Io being around Rhea Ripley. Feels like Rhea Ripley is a huge threat. We haven't seen Nikki Bella around either, but I don't know what's going on with Nikki Bella. I guess Nikki Bella just as there as a legend, stand by like Christian and all them. Well, Io and Rhea Ripley have that sort of trust, that friendship and stuff. That Io told her, "Don't stay away from me. I don't need you to kind of watch my back and do all the rest." But we see right here Asuka and Kyrie trying to cause trouble and being troublemakers as well. Asuka, you can tell right here with that whatever she got, a worm or something like a possessed worm or something like that. Asuka telling Kyrie, whose side you're on, you better be on my side, and Kyrie's gonna stick around and be in the middle of it. But things really progressed on with Asuka and Io had their face-to-face confrontation. Asuka sprayed that mist on Io and caused Io to really have a chain reaction and a lot going on with that. Rhea Ripley suffered the same fate as well when she got sprayed in the mist. We don't have a picture of it, but you can tell Io had did the same. Asuka did the same to Rhea in that tag team match. Well, Rhea Io really taking the effect with that color mist that Asuka has. That mist that um that really took them out. Oscar did the same thing to Rhea, left and leave Rhea out until Io had enough, and Io saying that she wants a match against Oscar. She wants Rhea to be in her corner as a tag team partner to take on Oscar and Kyrie. Rhea was kind of a little had mixed feelings about it, but Io says she's tired of the disrespect and she wants to beat some punishment out of her, and that's what she wants to do. So this match right here will mean a lot. Rhea Ripley is in her hometown, her home state of home country of Australia, just to show out, and we're gonna see that match as well. I want to say look for Rhea and Io Sky to get the win, and I guess Kyrie saying we eat the pinfall, but look for Io Sky and Rhea Ripley to get the victory over Asuka. And Kyrie saying this is not going to be far from over from Asuka and Kyrie. I think Asuka is going to continue on to provoke Io to make Io even want to they go one on one down the road. So we're looking forward to seeing that if that do come into fruition. So we're looking forward to seeing that coming around. Another match that everybody's been talking about, everybody's been buzzing about. We can go to it right quick. Is we can show it right quick. Another match that everyone's been talking about: Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns returned to pay per view. Roman Reigns will take on Bronson Reed once again. They had that last match nearly a couple months ago at Clash in Paris when Roman was carried out of stretcher. Roman Reigns made his return. He made it clear that he wants to take out the vision one way or another. Seth Rollins' vision, take down Vision. Roman came out there with cherry hair and laid clean house and helped his cousins Jimmy and Jay beat the Vision. The Vision, I think they won, but helped them feed off the Vision. Well, Roman Reigns this past week on Raw was trying to be a, whatever you want to call it, a mediator, a moderator in between the cousins, Usos and stuff like that. Roman trying to make sure his cousins get the message and stuff like that. But I think Roman trying to get them all aboard together, and we'll see. But Roman Reigns want to get his hands on Bronson Reed bad. Bronson Reed want to get his hands on Roman Reigns. These two will fight one on one. Paul Heyman made it clear that it's going to be an Australian street fight. Roman accept. So we're gonna see Roman Reigns getting the go one on one against Big Bronson Reed. This is nothing gonna be short. Will they let Big Bronson Reed get the win or the victory over Roman Reigns? It's an Australian street fight that Paul Heyman claims that WWE recruited Bronson Reed to bring him into the main roster. Uh, I would want to think they will let that happen, but since they want to protect Roman, they're gonna have Roman take Roman to defeat Big Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed's going to do so. Roman Reigns going to win over Big Bronson Reed. I wish it was Big Bronson Reed since it was in his home country of Australia, but I think Big Bronson Reed don't care. The only thing he cares is just to be on the show. They've been pushing him and Braun, but Big Bronson Reed kind of reminds me of Bam Bam Bigelow. Big Bronson Reed will lose to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns will go on to Survivor Series down the road. So we'll see that. Another match that everyone's been buzzing about, so, but they're not talking about too much. The women's Crown Jewel Championship, as you see right here, Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champion from SmackDown, taking on Stephanie Vaquer, the Women's World Champion from Monday Night Raw. These two women will meet. They really didn't have no tension in them like when it went down. We know that Tiffany Stratton has been a fighting champion, defending her championship, winning the championship this past January. She's almost been champion for almost a whole year, defeating the likes of Nia Jax, Tiffany on Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, Trish Stratus, um, a list of few, Naomi, a list of few. Uh, what's her name? Stephanie Vaquer has been on the road, winning the Women's World Championship at WrestlePalooza. Really ain't really been sinking in on a big feud lately. But Stephanie really won her Women's World Championship, getting the honor and the opportunity of a lifetime. And Stephanie got a lot of challenges waiting for her at the door, but no one has really stepped up since Stephanie has become champion yet and stuff. But you can tell the Kabuki Warriors got their feud with Rhea and Io, but Stephanie won the championship. Well, both women have been appearing on each other's shows to wish each other luck in their match, but really hasn't made no fruition. They had a contract signing on SmackDown this week, which the contract signing left both women to sign on the contract and stuff. So I'm kind of seeing what's gonna go down, but I think who was that? I think it was some other people that was out there. But these two women will meet. I mean, when you think about it, it's evenly matched, but I don't know who needs it the most. Do Stephanie needs it since she's become champion, or does Tiffany Stratton need it? I'm gonna go with Stephanie. Stephanie needs it because Tiffany Stratton's been acting more heelish lately, and they ain't gonna really pull the trigger off on Tiffany Stratton yet. Tiffany Stratton's been acting all heelish, but hey, you know how you know when you don't know. Look for Stephanie Vaquer to win and become the women's crown jewel champion. I wouldn't be surprised, no shock, if that does be the case. But I mean, I'm leaning towards Tiffany Stratton winning and being the one. That's what they likely gonna do. But Stephanie should be the one to win it since she's still fresh. But Tiffany's still on the road being champion for nearly a year. So look for Tiffany Stratton become the champion of champions, become the women's crown jewel champion. And Stephanie with a subliminal message that she wrote, um, talking about my fire will destroy everything. I don't know what she's talking about, but I think that's what we're talking about. Julia and the rest of them they had, but I think they'll be in tag team action this week. The two women's champions will be in action against Julia and Kiana James this week on SmackDown. But look for Tiffany Stratton to win her match. Also, too, Um, we get to this right here, a once in a lifetime opportunity match that we'll never see again. John Cena on his retirement tour. John Cena will take on AJ Styles for the final time against these two stars. AJ saying he's retiring in 2026 next year. So John Cena's closing in on his retirement as the months close in. AJ Styles really had to build this matchup himself. No build up or nothing like that. We haven't seen John Cena in a while. We haven't seen John Cena after he got brutally attacked. John Cena was at WrestlePalooza. He got brutally attacked by Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar made an example out of him, and Brock Lesnar destroyed him. We haven't seen Brock ever since. I don't know what's going on with John Cena and Brock Lesnar, especially with Brock. Well, John Cena will be coming. AJ Styles will be coming. It's a toss up, but look for John Cena to win over AJ. AJ's gonna put up a fight, but AJ going against John Cena in the same match that AJ John Cena won his 16th World Championship from AJ Styles. So we'll see how this is gonna go. Look for John Cena. Look for Cena to win over AJ Styles, and John Cena will go on to perhaps Survivor Series and perhaps be on a team with whoever. We'll see. That's might go as well. Well, speaking of that, the main event of the night will be champion versus champion versus world champion, the WWE champion versus the world heavyweight champion, Seth Rollins, the American Nightmare versus the Architect, the Vision. Well, Seth Rollins will get his Seth Rollins leave as a champion. The whole match has been building on Seth Rollins trying to get that monkey off his back. And Seth Rollins believed when Cody Rhodes returned to WWE, that was the first hot feud that Cody Rhodes sink his teeth in, defeating Seth Rollins 3 times at WrestleMania, Backlash, and Hell in a Cell. You forget Cody had that little scar. Cody Rhodes returned. Cody Rhodes looking to become the Crown Jewel champion for a second time. Cody Rhodes went against Gunther last year and defeated Gunther. And Cody Rhodes trying to retain his Crown Jewel championship, and that's the ring right here. This Crown Jewel Championship. This is would this be Cody's night, and can Cody Rhodes sink in victory and do what he needs to do to be able to defeat Seth Rollins? Because Seth Rollins is gonna have a long night ahead of him. Because really, Seth Rollins got to get that monkey off his back with Cody. Because Cody Rhodes made it clear that Seth Rollins um, and stuff, and it kind of made Paul Heyman wonder with Seth Rollins as well. Like, if you don't defeat Cody, then that make me wonder what did I did to do to get there our turn. Uh, it's a lot going on. We can't say they even did retrospect amongst the champions when they first with the frenemies, the enemies, and stuff like that. So they're trying to put in perspective on what's going on and how it all is gonna kind of fit into this feud. I mean, we kind of know who's gonna win. It's obvious. It's obvious that Seth Rollins want to get this monkey off his back. Seth Rollins is going to win. Seth Rollins is going to get that monkey out of his back, defeating Cody Rhodes, become the champion of champions, become the Crown Jewel men's champion. So, Seth Rollins feud will kind of close that chapter. You can tell right there. So look for Seth Rollins to win the Crown Jewel Championship and defeat Cody Rhodes as we go on and hit the road to Survivor Series. Cody Rhodes, you know what's awaiting him either with Drew McIntyre again or Randy Orton. We'll see. All right. That's going to do it here for the Pro Wrestling Show. Presents the Predict the Outcome special for Crown Jewel. Let us know what you thought, your comments and stuff on who won, who you thought did this and did that. We'll have to wait and see. So, for me being Kendra Dick saying so long, thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you immediately